All the men are sitting together and they are like just attacking me. You the slut. What? Calling my baby like a bastard mother. Like on a
You know, it's fascinating, isn't it? Jasmine wastes no time during the little break part to ring Matt and to tell the situation, but the situation is told as if she was the only victim in the whole situation, as if she was innocent, as if she didn't cause none of the issues. No wonder why she didn't watch the tell all back, because she knew that if she watched it back, how would she be able to defend herself online? Because at the end of the day, if you've noticed, each time she's spoken online to defend herself, there's never been a form of accountability. And to be fair, sometimes to take accountability, you have to be able to look in the past to be able to understand how you behave so that you can move forward in a better way. But instead of doing that, Jasmine claims that she didn't watch the tell to avoid the trauma of what she went through. It is interesting though, because she thinks that she's the only person that went through trauma at this tell all. What about your child? What about Rob? What about other cast members? Because Jasmine was definitely getting involved in other people's businesses during part one and part two of the tell all. When in reality, she should have been sitting back, and only interacting every now and then. Pretty much, rather than prioritize getting in people's business, her priority should have been to stay cool, calm, and collected. As somebody that's pregnant and obviously wants to make sure that the pregnancy is as stress-free as possible. But either way, though, she calls Matt and doesn't tell him anything about the fact that she threw a short Rob, doesn't tell anything about how she got up, she started shouting, doesn't tell him anything about how she put their baby in danger. All she wants to tell him is that at the tail wall, she's been ganged on. Gina's got all the men to gang up against her, and they've called her this, they've called her that. What about the comment that she made towards Rob? What about the her insulting him for doing gay for pay? I mean, listen, right now people are convinced that her actions and the way she conducted herself was pretty much borderline homophobic. I mean, some people say that she was homophobic. And it doesn't make sense that, considering that she's such a big part of the LGBT community in terms of how she supports it, it really never made sense why she decided to go after Rob the way she did, shaming him for doing something that he did in 2017, something that isn't even current. But hey ho.
acceptable. Gino agreed to the open marriage, and he thinks he doesn't see any way out of this.
See, I found this part very fascinating. Gino agreed to the open marriage, and he thinks he doesn't see any way out of this. So this tells me that clearly Jasmine got pregnant during the open marriage. And to be fair, based on what he's saying here, it sounds as if this open marriage is still currently active, at least based on when this happened at the tell. But he's not talking about the open marriage as a past tense. He's talking about it as if it's still currently going. But either way, though, it confirms, if to me personally, that Jasmine obviously, unless of course he's saying that unless he thinks that Gino's come after Jasmine for different reasons, but all we can do is talk about the context that we know, and the context that we know is that Gino is obviously upset with Jasmine because she would never got pregnant. And for me personally, I don't believe that he found out at the tell. I generally believe that he found out that she was pregnant way before the tell, because come on now, that means they would have gone months without even speaking. So for me personally, at the end of the day, for Matt to sit there and say, "Well, Gina's the one that agreed to the open marriage," is crazy work. Because at the end of the day, it didn't mean that you, Matt, had to agree to it. If you know that you're sleeping with another man's wife, why do it? Okay, you can sit there and say, "Well, Gina's the one that agreed to it," but at the same time, you're the one that agreed to sleep with someone else's wife. And not only did you agree to that, you also agreed to keep the intimacy safe. And I know people are talking about, yeah, but contraception doesn't always work. It can break. But come on, we can't sit there using that as an excuse, because the matter of the fact is, Jasmine and Matt's relationship was premeditated. These two had it planned out. These two were probably doing it before Gina even knew about it. In the grand scheme of it, once they were given the green light, they both continued to do it. Okay, and now look what happened. A baby's now coming out of it, and I feel so sorry for the child, because the child shouldn't have to be born in these type of situations where your mother's still married to somebody else, and also on top of that, according to Jasmine, she's not even actually in a relationship with Matt. So why are you getting pregnant for? I mean, that's not me saying that she got pregnant on purpose, because according to Jasmine, it was a mistake, which again I question. But either way, though, I still question purely because how many years was Gina trying to get her pregnant? And then boom, bam, this happens this way. And I know, Gina was not active enough. I get it. But either way, though, we go with the context that we have, and things just add up in a certain way, depending on how you want to look at it. But either way, though, it seems to me as if Matt is also trying to justify in this situation that he did nothing wrong by sleeping with another man's wife and then also getting her pregnant. But Gina's the one that agreed to it. Yeah, but you're the one that still agreed to it too. All three of you agreed to it. And two of you broke the rules. The rules were, if feelings happen, you break up. And also to keep it safe. And I don't believe one bit these two are having safe sex.
Like a giant piece.
I'm so
I knew that a lot of people were gonna attack me and accuse me. I'm not playing the victim. I'm not gonna be anybody's bitch. I'm nobody's victim. Like them all.
But you are playing victim though. Somebody tell me when Jasmine has not played victim. She's played victim the whole tell-all. There's not been a point where she has not played victim, and she's out here trying to tell us that she's not going to play victim when that's exactly what she's been doing, and that's what she's doing right now. It's all been about everybody trying to forgive. No, it's all been about everybody. It's all been about everybody feeling sorry for Jasmine, being sympathetic for Jasmine. Apart from obviously when Rob spoke up and Florence spoke up, you know what I mean, and said that, listen, you use this situation to pretty much sleep with somebody else. And then to make it worse, you got pregnant too. And then to make it even worse, you're not even actually in a relationship with this person. And to make it even worse, you're still married to the man you're with. So many things that were done so wrong by Jasmine. But accountability is clearly not her friend. Miss, I'm not watching the tales of trauma. Nah. You're not watching it because you know you can't defend yourself. Because you know the tale exposes your BS. Nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.